Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The wing set for them, Edwards and McDaniels. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Marbury in at the 1 spot. And for the Raptors, Pirtle is out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Barnes. Then it's Stoudemire. And it's Carter in a 2-guard. And game 1 of the NBA season, Greg, is here. Does everyone get butterflies, or is it just me?
No, I'm right there with you, partner. The anticipation has been brewing for months. Nothing like opening night.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Outside, Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
First free throw is good. Oh, GA, the long arms and athleticism up and down this roster for the Raptors. It is something.
Yeah, they have a type that they're looking for. Blocks, steals, deflections, all coming in bunches. The activity will be there.
He's off on the second. 8 playoff appearances, Steve, in the last 10 years. Just seems like a matter of time before the Raptors catch fire again.
You know, Kevin, every team is 1 or 2 acquisitions away. They may just get one of these guys and spark a deep playoff run.
Now here's Bosh. Clock at 4. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Carter with the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Marbury. Puts one up from 19. And Pirtle pulls it down. Stoudemire against Edwards. Pass to Carter. From the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. This, of course, their first chance to take a look at this year's Toronto squad.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Win 1, lose 1. This might be the case again for both teams this coming season.
Here's Stoudemire. Here's Pirtle. Makes it off the glass.
Hung around, waited for his moment. Jakob Pirtle in the right place at the right time.
Here's Marbury. Garnett with a screen on Stoudemire. Here's Marbury. And Pirtle sends it back. Carter looking around. And then Carter with the dunk.
And that's what Carter does best. Knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. McDaniels finds Edwards. Here's Garnett. And he can't bank that one in. Carter outside.
Carter just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the night.
Vince Carter, 2 shots.
And that one falls for Carter. Carter hits them both. Timberwolves have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Here's a look at some stats for Curry. Last season, he played outstanding. 9th in shooting percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Marbury, guarded by Stoudemire. They need this. And it's Marbury missing.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Greg talking about Jakob Poeltl. It doesn't seem like he gets enough credit for his defense.
I don't think he does. I mean, he's an excellent rim protector and rebounder, and a big man who just takes pride in defending. And how about that skill set that Stoudemire possesses? A lethal mix of speed and shooting. Love watching the Mighty Mouse play.
And he's good on the first of 3. Hey, Smitty, in the playoffs, it's rare for an 8th or a 7th seed to make it out of the first round. But what about a 5-game series for just those kinds of matchups? You know, 1 against 8 and 2 against 7.
You know, it wouldn't be bad, Kevin. We had those type of series when I first came into the league, but I don't think they would change since we have the play-in tournament. I think rounds 1, 2, the conference finals, and the NBA finals will stay 7.
And he makes all 3.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Garnett outside. Passes to Edwards. They could use a bucket. Bangs home the trifecta.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
Bosh the screen. Here's Carter. No good on that one. Great D that time from Edwards. McDaniels passes to Edwards. The 9-foot shot. Toronto grabs the miss. Poeltl's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Stoudemire. And again, no good by Toronto. Timberwolves trail by 8. Pass to Towns. Towns a screen on Carter. And here's Edwards from the arc. Edwards with another miss. Look at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a win against the Bulls in Chicago. Back to Barnes. There's the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. It's Garnett on the wing. Edwards against Carter. 6 to shoot. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Raptors leading by 6. now Stoudemire. Carter outside. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Carter's got 9 points.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Rubio against Stoudemire. The pass to Garnett. Back to Rubio. Kicks it to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. And here's Toronto. They're on a 14-5 run. Stoudemire, here we go. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. He's got 5.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Oh, here's Edwards. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Barnes can't get it to go. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 10-point game. Timberwolves passing it around. For 3, it's good from long range.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Here is Carter. 9 points in the game so far. Pirtle with a screen on Edwards. Here's Carter. It's rebounded by Towns. Pirtle with the steal. And the Raptors miss again.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Edwards can't hit.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Carter outside. Bosh, that's the pick for Carter. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
To the paint. Here's Garnett. Nice D from Bosh. And so the first quarter's in the books. Raptors lead by 9. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, you've got Naz Reid. Also, Rudy Gobert out there, and it's Ryder in at the 3 slot. Here's Christie. Bosh, the screen. Here's Siakam. That one's in, his first shot this game.
The mid-range isn't Siakam's go-to shot, but he can adjust to make it work.
And it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to cement himself, Greg, as Minnesota's franchise player.
He is one of the best young players in the league with clear superstar potential. The future of the Timberwolves starts with Edwards.
Barber back to Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
Here's Siakam. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Rest passes to Marbury. And he comes up with the deuce.
What a hoop. Starberry, a shot maker.
Toronto leading by 9. Outside, Lynn. Bosch kicks to Lynn. Lets it go from deep. The shot's good from Christie. Christie's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed. That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Raptors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And that one is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. With the drive. Ryder, then the pass to Reed. Here's Marbury. He's guarded by Anunoby. Gobert with a screen on Anunoby. The dish to Gobert. 4 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Bosch grabs the miss. Bosch has got his 4th rebound in this one. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Gobert, the screen. Marbury. Over to the left wing. Here's Ryder, defended by Christie. Ryder, no good. Raptors leading by 10. Left side, Lynn. Out to the right wing. And then Bosch with the jam.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Minnesota calls timeout. Some changes for Toronto. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Christie. Carter comes in for OG Anunoby. And Stoudemire subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Minnesota also making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Rudy Gobert. Arnett comes in for Reed. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Ryder. Rest outside. Pass to Marbury. Towns, a screen on Stoudemire. Marbury passes to Towns. Some solid defense from Bosch.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Carter dishes to Stoudemire. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Stoudemire's got 8.
And he's a skilled and willing passer. Vince gets to his teammates on time and on target.
Timberwolves trail by 15. And here's Edwards. 8 points for him. GA, we've seen it over the last couple years. The center position has come back into vogue.
And Kevin, we were seeing teams go small. Lots of 4s, even traditional 3s play the 5. But with MVP-level seasons from guys like Jokic and Embiid, the center isn't quite extinct yet.
Now here's Edwards. Vince Carter missing his last shot. West passes to Garnett. Shot clock at 5. Marbury, good. Marbury's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Raptors leading by 13. Passes it to Bosch. Over Towns. And Bosch gets it to go on the assist by Stoudemire. Stoudemire's got 3 assists tonight.
And you got to like the interior game of Bosch. Excellent at using that high release to get shots up and over the D.
West outside. Garnett outside. Edwards passes to Marbury. Traps in the tray. 9 points in the game so far.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Toronto Raptors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Count the basket.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Raptors. Minnesota also with the sub. McDaniels, he's checked in for West.
Defensive foul. Kevin Garnett. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Raptors, Vince Carter. 1 shot.
If we look at the Raptors, Smitty, it has not been easy replicating the success they had back in 2019.
Yeah, Toronto's had a bit of a roller coaster ride since then. They've had some good seasons, but the consistency hasn't been there for them. They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Here is Carter. 14 points for him. We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. That's no good. He's 5 of 10 from the field. Timberwolves trail by 12. The feed to Edwards. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Edwards got 10 points.
And great strength and body control from Edwards. Able to finish through the contact.
Toronto, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Stoudemire, right side. Bosch passes to Poeltl. Lock at 6. Pass to Carter. Fires the 3. He scores a 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
What vision from Poeltl, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Garnett outside. Towns in the corner. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Raptors. Now here's Stoudemire. 8 points for him. From deep three-point land. Garnett grabs the board.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And good that time.
A guy with Marbury's vision is not going to miss that one. Sending it right over the top to the shooter.
Carter with the 3. The shot comes out. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Toronto Raptors.
They're like a spoiled kid in the candy shop. Whatever they want on offense, they're getting it. And the defense is like the kid's parents, too scared to tell the boy no.
I feel like I'm getting a glimpse into your past right now, Shaq. Feels oddly specific.
And looking ahead, here's what's to come later on tonight in the NBA. Out in Indiana, it'll be the Pacers against the Wizards. 7 p.m. Eastern is the tip-off.
It's one to watch, kind of a heavyweight matchup.
That's my favorite.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got Barnes. Chris Bosh is out there with Pirtle, and there's Carter. And it's Stoudemire in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Shot clock at 6. Drills the three-pointer. Stoudemire's got the first basket of the second half here for Toronto.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Here's Marbury. He's feeling it. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Barnes kicks to Stoudemire. Carter outside. Barnes looking around. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Towns.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Now here's Barnes. He has yet to score. A three-pointer off the mark. Hey, Steve, when we look at Scotty Barnes, what excites you about his play?
I think for me, Kevin, it's just him improving. He can pretty much do everything well already. He's still got so much time to keep growing.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Raptors leading by 14. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Barnes can't get it to go. The Timberwolves shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Outside, Towns. He kicks to Edwards. Over Stoudemire. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Towns. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant cook.
And the pass to Stoudemire. And again, Toronto no luck.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Edwards. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Carter.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Stoudemire, no good.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Toronto leading by 12. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Bosh, from outside the arc, knocks down the three ball. 7 points in the game.
I just love how Bosh has worked in the three-point shot, stretching the floor with his perimeter game.
Minnesota calls timeout.
It's that time to grab a free shirt.
And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
They really take pride in defending the rim and sending shots back with some authority.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Garnett with the screen for Edwards. Spins. Kicks it to McDaniels. Pass to Marbury. Shoots the three. Drills it from outside. Marbury's got 15.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third three of the game for him, first in this half.
And here are the Raptors now. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Carter down low. Edwards there. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Carter's got 19 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, one of the toughest things NBA referees are asked to judge are carrying violations, where the ball comes to rest at mid-dribble. Now, Warriors coach Steve Kerr says they've been doing it ever since Allen Iverson convinced the referees that it wasn't a carry. It is a carry, but the whole league's been doing it. Kevin?
Yeah, you're right. We've seen it. David Banks, Minnesota with the ball, following Chris Bosh's three. Garnett left side. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Lots of momentum on Carter's drive. The defense can't keep up, and he ends up getting the foul.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Raptors?
They've been lights out from three-point land in this one. The defense hasn't been effective at stopping them, so they have just stuck with the game plan.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
The Raptors making a switch here. Christie's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. West is checked in. He hits the second from the line. Here's Marbury. He's got 15. Towns a screen on Stoudemire. And Towns throws it down.
And how about the agility of Towns? Cutting with purpose there after setting the screen. Great display of his basketball IQ.
Carter with it. He's got 20. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Towns.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Line for Toronto. Vince Carter. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's West with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 18. Outside, Towns. Here's Marbury, guarded by Stoudemire. Just 5 on the clock. Marbury passes to Garnett. Again, Garnett missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And Vince Carter with the slam.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Timberwolves trail by 20. Passes it to Towns. Back to West. Garnett the pass to McDaniels. 5 to shoot. Here's Marbury. Christie with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Birtle with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. Outside Bosch. There's the lob to Carter. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the shot is good from Garnett. Garnett's got his first bucket of the night.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
Now here's Stoudemire. 11 points in the game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. West outside. Pass to McDaniels. He kicks it to Towns. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Marbury. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Christie. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Raptors. They lead by 18. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Ricky Rubio is out there with West. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Edwards in at the 3, the small forward. To the middle. West outside. Over Barnes. West gets the bucket. West has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Minnesota. Stoudemire, the pass to Barnes. The pass to Christie. Siakam with it. There's the triple. It's rebounded by West.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Gobert against Siakam. The kick out to Barnes. Sinks the three-pointer. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Rubio. Here's Towns. Toronto grabs the miss. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Siakam kicks to Stoudemire.
Stoudemire, a talented passer, excellent at finding ways to get his guys going.
Now Rubio. Minnesota calls timeout. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes. But you know what, Greg? Still working to take that next step. What do you think is his key?
Kevin, that's an easy one. It's going to be perimeter shooting. You know, we get spoiled with all the other things he can do, and he's had a tremendous start to his NBA career. But I think to become that superstar, the jump shot has to become a weapon.
Pirtle's checked in for Jeremy Lin. Daniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. Rubio against Stoudemire. Rubio the pass to Edwards. No good on the triple.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
Screen by Pirtle. Siakam, high post. Edwards there. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Siakam. Buries it down low. And the Raptors lead by 21.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
For 3, Edwards drains it from beyond the arc.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around you.
Pass to Christie. Back to Stoudemire. Siakam sets a screen for Stoudemire, and Siakam throws it down.
I love how assertive Siakam is on the pick and roll, disrupting the defense and getting himself open.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Gobert with a screen on Christie. And here's Edwards from the arc.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Siakam, a screen on Rubio. Stoudemire with the ball. Now defended by Gobert.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's McDaniels. Good D by Barnes. Toronto leading by 20. Passes it to Stoudemire. Out to the right wing. Siakam finds Stoudemire. Raptors moving the ball around. Siakam outside. From downtown, another miss by Siakam.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And some changes here for the Raptors. Chris Bosh is checked in for Siakam. Carter comes in for Christie. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Stoudemire. Edwards against Carter. And the Raptors call time here. Smitty, we know the list of players from Cameroon is short, but very talented.
Yes, it is, Kevin. Pascal Siakam, one of the few players out of Cameroon. Another one, Joel Embiid. That's a lot of talent.
Stoudemire, he's checked in for Toronto. Minnesota also with the sub. Towns, he's checked in for Gobert. To the left wing, Pirtle dishes to Bosh. All right, the NBA already has a team in Canada, a G League team in Mexico. Could we see a team in Europe, you think, Steve?
Kevin, we've had games in Paris, London recently. It'd be really hard travel-wise on these guys, flying all the way over to Europe.
Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Arnett with the screen for Edwards. Shoots from 14, and he hits the jump shot.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Now here is Carter. Pirtle with a screen on Edwards. Carter kicks to Pirtle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Towns.
This is how physical Pirtle is. Accepts contact on the way up.
At the line for Toronto, Jakob Poeltl.
That free throw, no good.
You talk about a guy who is hitting his stride. Jakob Poeltl has grown into his own potential and is delivering on the floor.
And he sinks the second. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
And the Raptors miss again. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
That's his first.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Free throw good, Edwards.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Raptors.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Vince Carter.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
West is checked in for Edwards. Toronto with the ball. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Lynn with it. Now defended by Gobert. Pass to Christie. Now Boucher. Lays it up off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 21.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is